Okay, so the years that we're going to deal with today are 41 through 52. 51. You were 23 the last time you walked up these steps?
Yep.
This is our favorite.
One of these was the bakery, one of these was the appetizer store, and one of them was the butcher.
There's a computer access.
Okay. Behind that house, I got my first feel of a bear tip. I'll show you. This is 446 where my aunt lived with my cousin Jessica Belta. And this is where I live.
What years?
I would say the 30s.
How old were you?
11, 12, 10, 11, 12.
Let's go look in. Does it bring back any memories? Does this look like the same?
That was a lobby. It was a beautiful. Look at the lobby. Look at the work of the lobby. There was a fireplace that wouldn't work. It was a gorgeous lobby, and it was well furnished. And look at the decoration. And we played ball in the backyard there.
In this alley?
There's a backyard there. That's the garage.
No.
Moved away in 1939.
But he moved to other places because of the depression, you know.
And we lived on Balfour Place, so I'm taking my son on the tour of where I live.
For the 4th of July.
Yeah.
The boys would all show their hot-ons. I graduated here in 1951.
PS 91.
PS 91.
What was your favorite subject here?
Lunch.
What about, did you start your writing career here?
I wrote things here, but my impact was later.
Were you a good student?
Fair.
What was your grade like here?
Not very good. However, I took the test for Brooklyn Tech. I was not a good student. And 7 kids were picked out of the 30 or 40 that took the test, and I was one of the 7. So they must have made a judgment that is beyond my understanding. And I went to that school, and I hated it.
Brooklyn Tech?
I didn't like it.
Why not? Safety patrol?
I was safety patrol. And safety patrol, they let you out early. You made sure you wore a band. And you made sure that all the kids that went home were safe. Don't forget, they went home for lunch in those days. Eugene Safe Hall.
And who was that?
Brick one or
In the brick one, the little house.
That's really cute.
Well, that was there. And we would go somewhere in this area
Is that
to
like
look at the wind through the windows to watch the nurses undress.
Where?
wait, from there to there?
Someplace here,
And where were the nurses?
in one of these apartments. Herb Huttner,
Herb Huttner lived where?
one of these houses.
Really? Herb Huttner, who was married to Jaja Gabor,
Yes.
lived in this Balfour Place?
About right here, right here.
Really?
In the apartment house you lived in?
No, one of these private houses.
Was he rich?
Yes.
Woody Allen's real name.
That is so funny. When did you discover that? When you first met?
No, at his 25th anniversary.
91 or
It's
something.
getting hot and I'm getting burned.
Looks like they're really putting some money into these houses. This apartment.
Is
We
this
moved here in 1940.
Which one?
This is it.
We moved here in 1942.
That's where I came to visit you. And
Right.
say, is that the Goyle?
She said that?
Is that the Goyle?
That's what happens to babies who don't listen.
So this is the entrance.
This is the entrance?
Yeah.
Alright, you have to do a high-res picture.
This is it. For how many years were you here?
42.
How many years did you live here?
1942.
42 to 51 when I went into the Army.
So 10 years, 11 years. I will.
It's like a church kind of. It has a church kind of feel to it. Doesn't it? It's like a town.
So what was Rockaway like though? What was the rest of the day in Rockaway? You played punch ball during the morning.
And then we go to the beach.
And
It's like a baseball game, only with a little what's called a spalding. It's a little rubber
everybody,
ball.
what are people, did they suntan at the beach or did they?
You put on cocoa butter or nothing. And I used to spend 1 or 2 days in excruciating pain. The skin is spare. Then it would peel, and then it would be brown, and I was brown for the summer. And when I met Sunny, she was already brown. She was like thick brown.
But as kids though, you were running around on the beach playing.
Not the beach. We played baseball, softball on the beach. We played punch ball. When I was younger, we played games like Ringalivio,
What was that?
Johnny on the Pony, something on the mountain.
I love it.
Doing crowded cities, you know, you have to come with.
We played basketball, and the hoop was the low end of the fire escape. The ball would go into the low end of the fire escape between the ladders. We wore knickers until we were 12.
Yeah, what's up with that?
Huh?
What's that tradition all about? Because it's just cheaper.
We weren't allowed to wear
I know, but
long
I mean-
pants until you were 12 years old.
Yeah, no, I mean I understand you're not allowed, but what's the?
Is that a
rationale?
Jewish
To get your first, I don't know.
It's fashion.
And the first,
More expensive.
to get your longies, no. To get your longies, that was a big deal. Your first pair of long pants. It was really great.
That way they can like tell who the kids are versus.
And I was in the Boy Scouts when I lived with my grandparents down the block with the Boy Scouts.
In Crown Heights or in Brownsville?
I joined in Crown Heights, but in Brownsville is when the troop that I really was part of.
Where did you know Mel?
157. 157.
Mel from the restaurant?
What's it?
Where was Larry King? What town was he from?
East Flatbush. He was a little richer.
He was a little richer, really.
Most of the boys that we knew, that I knew, their parents were, some of them were local retailers. One of my friends, Saul Krubish's parents, owned a corset shop called Women's Foundation Garments, they call it.
Like
A lot of them
Seinfeld.
were cutters in the garment district, the guys.
Let me show you some pictures of my mom.
My father was a bookkeeper. Very low
Any
level.
famous people in your neighborhood?
Gangsters,
Who?
Bugsy Goldstein,
Oh, but the ones from the Funny Boys.
Pittsburgh Bill Strauss.
Oh, they're really, those names are all from that area?
They were there.
In Crownsville or Crown Heights or in Brownsville?
The stores, life was lived on the streets. There were push carts. Lines and lines and lines of push carts. You can buy anything on a push cart.
Swipe it.
Clothes,
My
glasses,
sister landed on the first.
food.
Not the father?
They stretched for miles.